change my ways and the things that I do. The world start tripping when you start wearing fringes. Your friends go missing and your fam won't listen. They say that I changed cause I'm doing things different. Instead of following the pastor, prefer to follow scriptures. Tired of being attentive to opinions. If you insert into the word, you are sinning. Telling me how this world works with no chapter or verse. I done did bad, I ain't trying to do worse. But sir, you can do whatever you like. I prefer to follow these books and wait on Christ. And it's a battle each day. Gotta read his word and do what it say. Make sure I don't sin. Matthew 24:13 and do it to the end. I pray that my family's straight. Be in one accord with his word one day. Until you come back to this place, I'm gonna spread your word and do it and wait. And wait, yeah, do it and wait, and do it and wait, yeah, do it and wait, and do it and wait, 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 yeah. And I ain't doing things my way. I'ma wait like a line on Black Friday, or like a cashier when it's closing time, or like the last day in the voting line. Technology's so advanced, but we so behind. Closed off to people with an open mind. I can read red letter and they say I'm lying. I know it's bad, but at times I get tired of trying. I be trying to force them to see. In reality, just the past year they was me. But the best way to help them understand it, seeing my actions, following these commandments. It's a battle each day. Gotta read his word and do what it say. Make sure I don't sin. Matthew 24:13 and do it to the end. I pray that my family's straight. Be in one accord with his word one day. Until you come back to this place, I'm gonna spread your word and do it and wait. And wait, yeah, do it and wait, and do it and wait, yeah, do it and wait, and do it and wait, do it and wait, do it and wait, do it and wait, do it and wait.
And foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to the Most High God, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Mashiach wa Malak Yahushua, right? And all praise to the Most High. It's the book of Revelation, chapter 3, and verse number 2. Be watchful and strengthen the things which remain that are ready to die, for I have not found thy works perfect before God. So everything that brothers have going on in life, they have to strengthen it up, while the Most High is giving a brother an opportunity to, before we blow out their candlestick. It says, remember therefore how thou hast received and heard, and hold fast, and repent. If therefore thou shalt not watch, I will come on thee as a thief, and thou shalt not know what hour I will come upon thee. Give all reverence, honor, and glory to the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
AHOS. So this is Kakaria and Caleb with the House of Yonatan, and this is your verse of the day.
All right, this is the book of Sirach, chapter 23 and verse 27. And they that remain shall show that there is nothing better than the fear of the Lord, and that there is nothing sweeter than to take heed unto the commandments of the Lord.
Okay, so basically it's saying that in the end times, that there's nothing going to be better than just keeping the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, because everything else in the world is going to be vanity. And you're going to see that the only thing that's really worth doing and worth taking heed to is the commandments of the Most High. So just keep following the Most High and keep doing his law, statutes, and commandments, and you'll prosper and have long life. Shalom.
Shalom.
AHOS.
Jonathan got bars, man. He got bars. But he always making slow music, man.
want to pray to his music, meditate. You can't get hype, man. Sometimes I want to get hype for the Lord. Come on, man.
Blood on the post, blood on the blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the blood on the post, blood on the post, keeping them close. Man, we got Frenches and seats on the clothes. Me and my brothers ain't sleeping. We reading the secrets. The deepest you've been is the ocean. Now we been swimming in waters that's deeper than rivers to Jordan. We creeping up on them. It's the 14th of the month. Bone Thugs one day late for the show. Oh. Ain't never been out, ever since Redder Pen Pals. You too late, you let them in now. We like veterans, niggas us power. These secrets only come through steady, no regrets. We walk through water like Jesus. We raising the dead, you see this. Look at this evening pose. Blood on the post, blood on the blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the blood on the post. Blood on the post, blood on the blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the blood on the post.
We hold in post, chopping up doctors, they ain't coming close. They had the two strikes like on Warner Franco. We're Rochelle toast, wisdom is better than silver and gold. This water is knocking down wicked Pharaoh. Can't swim through the sea, man, that fan was too slow. Pharaoh was sober-minded, think he can and go. Escape on a starry night, it's Van Gogh. Living good unchained like Quincy Django. Strippers down in the hood, now they wanna tango. Death angels coming close, so watch your back, bro. Watch your back, bro. We gonna that land, we gon' eat that. That better herb, we gon' eat that. Doing this till you how I come and see that. We that. Oh.
Blood on the post, blood on the blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the blood on the post. The Pesach and Nissan. We found faith in Misraim. We got to be strong. Walking through water, pray we don't sink. Strapped up, boots tight. Walking up right, boy, we don't lean. 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 Walking up right, we see that. Blood on the post. Blood on the blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the post.
There we go. Now you can hear me. Shalom, shalom, family. Welcome back to another Milk Mondays. I am Officer Knock. I will be joined soon with Captain Alya'Al for tonight's lesson. I want to thank everyone for being here. But first and foremost, let's give thanks to the Most High Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Again, I want to thank everyone for being diligent, coming to class every Milk Monday. We appreciate that you are here in class, ready to be edified, ready to take notes, ready to study, ready to ask questions, and all those things that come with it. Before we get started, of course, I want to go over a few announcements along with a few shout outs. Then Captain Alya'Al is going to come in and give us the lesson of this evening. All right, so tonight's lesson is titled The Ruddy King. What complexion is King David? We've heard this argument many times by Christians and Christianity, especially the red colored Christians. They tend to believe that ruddy means their complexion. So Captain's going to go into a few precepts. He's going to go into probably some history, along with that, some references to kind of show that David looked more like me and more like Captain Alya'Al than the red man. But first, let me get this going. Any brothers who are wanting to put their brick in with Anointed House of Saints, want to become a soldier, right? You want to become a prospect, you can do so by sending us an email with your request to anointedhos@gmail.com. That's anointedhos@gmail.com. Make sure in the subject line you put in prospect phase. That way we will know that's what you're contacting us for, and we can get you the information. We have just started. We'll be starting a new prospect phase class. So any men, any young men, right? Any elderly men, older brothers like my age, you know what I'm saying, who are, God put the spirit on you to come in and join the body. We would love to have you. We would really love to have you. So with that, let me go ahead and get to these. One more thing. We do have a big event coming up in August, the end of August. It will be August 29th. Let me go ahead and pull it up real quick. This is going to be a great event. This is an honor that Anointed House of Saints will be hosting this event, and it's the Mashara Yasharala. It's the 21st semi-annual Hebrew Summit. It will be taking place this year in Greensboro, North Carolina. That is also where our Anointed House of Saints school is located. There with Captain Yonatan, Captain Judah, and Captain Yakam Yah. The event will be taking place starting Thursday, August 29th with a meet and greet. Friday night is our Friday night camp on the 30th. Saturday, August 31st will be the actual summit. Sunday, September 1st, of course, we got to end all things with a decent and wonderful cookout. So we'd love to have you there. For more information, please contact anointedhouseofsaints.org, or you can also contact yasharala.com. Anyone who has a business, anyone who wants to sell products and services, you can come to this event and you can register to become a vendor. You can do so by contacting Elder Zaquan, right? That number is 984-365-6637. So we hope that people can attend. We would love to see you. Hey, this is a great event because we bring, there's different camps that come together. We bring our ideas. We come in fellowship. We sell our goods and services. We just have a great time in the Most High. You know what I'm saying? So this will be my first time participating in it. I'm excited for it. So hope to see you there. All right. Now, with that, let me go ahead and get to these shout outs. I see there were some people in the building very early. So I got to give, of course, the first shout out to Sister Joan Gilchrist. Shalom, sis. Welcome. Welcome again. You're always faithful, always diligent. Glad to see you here. Shalom to, I don't know what this is, 1968. I don't know what that is. Shalom to 1968. Shalom to Sister. I skipped down too far. Shalom to Sister Malka. Shalom, shalom, sis. Shalom to Ak Moshe. Shalom. Shalom to the mighty soldier AHOS Nadiab. Shalom to Sister Anariah. Shalom, House of Nadab. Shalom to Belen Christella, House of Shemaiah. Shalom, Casa de Shemaiah. Shalom to the mighty soldier Zebulon. Shalom to Yaak. Shalom to Chakma. Shalom. Shalom to Sis Jayla. Shalom to you, sis. Shalom to Shara. Yasharala. Shalom to you, sis. Shalom to Sister Yahaziel. Help of Keziah. Shalom. Shalom. Welcome. Shalom to Sister Victoria. Shalom to you. Shalom to Eric Latham. Shalom to you, brother. Shalom to Rose the Shebrew. Shalom, sis. Good to see you. Shalom to that mighty officer Kasadia. Shalom, holding down on that clubhouse, right? The nicest Hebrew on clubhouse. Shalom to Yah. Shalom to soldier, the mighty soldier Gary. Shalom to the mighty Captain Shaquat. Shalom to the mighty Captain Yakam Yah. Shalom to, see who else we got. Shalom to Sister L. Shalom, sis. Good to see you. Shalom to the mighty officer Boaz. All right. Shalom to the mighty, mighty Captain Aharon Dawad. Hey, Captain Aharon just did a video, an interview with, if you guys go on YouTube, look up Voices of the Branches. It was a great interview. It was about an hour or so long. Captain Aharon came out with the precepts, came out with the word, had a very good interview. I would suggest everyone go watch it. It's called The Voices of the Branches. It's some type of podcast, and our very own Captain Aharon held it down. All right. Shalom. Excuse me. Salaki. Shalom to the lovely Sister Abaya. Shalom to you, sis. Good to see you. Shalom to World Without End. Shalom. Shalom to Sister Thamara. Shalom, sis. Good to see you. Shalom to, let's see, was that all? That's all we got. So if anyone wants to get a shout out, all you got to do is put a little shout out in the chat box. If I see you, I will shout you out either during class or at the end of the class session. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get the class started. And so, Captain, it's all yours. On mute, Cap.
My bad. Shalom, y'all. So, we want to start by giving all honor, praise, and glory to the Most High Yahweh by Hashem HaMashiach Yahweh Shai. All right. Of course, like Knox said, I'm Captain RUDDY, the aristocrat. I wasn't going to go into this class at all today, but what we're doing is we're going to do it because in the last week and a half, I've gotten this question to come up a bunch of times, right? Was Esau, in fact, a brother just called me about it last night. Speaking of which, let me send this to him because I forgot. Give me 2 seconds. Hold on just a second. Hold on, y'all. My bad.
And give a hearty shalom to the mighty soldier DTA Twan. Shalom in the building. Shalom to y'all.
Con. So, like I said, right, we're going to be doing this class today because apparently, goodness gracious, already the bull. So, we're going to be doing this class because, you know, there's a lot of people that seem to have this question, whether King David was a black man or a red man, you know what I'm saying? For those of you that don't know why, it's because of the scripture. You want to get that right quick, not? 1 Samuel chapter 16, verse 12.
John. They
have him listed as ruddy, right? We've gone over this before in the past, but I didn't make it a Milk Monday, so it wouldn't be a lesson if we don't actually go into it, right? So I'm going to show you guys some references today, give you exactly, you know, the reason why King David wouldn't be a so-called red man, but wouldn't be right if we don't go into it, you know what I'm saying? With looking at the different Bible definitions and the different Bible translations and transliterations, just to see what the people before, you know, 2024 and the algorithms we have on the internet right now would have been looking at, right?
Right.
Because, you know, most of these versions are based off of what they knew the 1611 King James to mean, right? So, just to clarify, you can see that on the screen right now.
John.
So, first one we're going to look at, this is, like I said, 1 Samuel chapter 16, verse 12. The King James says, and he sent and brought him in. Now he was ruddy and withal of a beautiful countenance and godly to look at, or goodly to look at. So like, and Yahweh said, arise, anoint him, for this is he, right? Who's this in reference to? You want to get the context for us, not? You got the scripture?
You said 1 Samuel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the book of 1 Samuel chapter 16. And
read 11 to 13.
God. This is the book of 1 Samuel chapter 16 and verse 11. And Samuel said unto Jesse, are here all thy children? And he said, there remaineth yet the youngest. And
so
behold,
look, Salaki, we know who Jesse is, right?
God.
Put a 7 in the chat if you know who Jesse is.
They better know who Jesse is.
Put a 7 in the chat if you know who Jesse is.
All right. God.
Hamashiach Yahweh Shai is supposed to be the root and offspring of Jesse.
That's right.
Right? So Jesse's an important person. All right.
There we go.
Okay. Y'all paying attention? All right, so look. We got the root and the offspring of Jesse, right? So what I want you guys to pay attention to is exactly how it's described, right? How they describe David. Because for some reason, people look at the ruddy and they don't seem to understand exactly what it's talking about. If you really get into this scripture, when we get to verse 12, it's not even referencing his skin complexion at all, right? But just to put some things to bed, I'm going to go ahead and get into the skin complexion argument so that y'all understand it's not even in any way, shape, or form calling him a red man, right? There's different references to ruddy. And Strong's has done us a disservice, right? This type of argument is when we get into the Strong's thing, because it's a situation where we get to really see how biased Strong's can be, right? Strong's is a white man, right? It's a concordance made by Edomites, and everything they put, just like all the different translations that we read, each of them have an agenda, right? They were made because of a certain purpose. Somebody's church needed a book that they could change to make seem or sound a certain way, right? They could change some things to make seem a certain way for their doctrine. That's how we got a lot of these translations. Does that mean that they're wrong? No. It just means there may be one or two things within the translation that may be different from other ones, right? Which in this case, we're going to see that in this particular verse. What I'm going to show you is none of them call him white. Every difference that we're going to see from every translation here is going to refer to him as a so-called Negro, black man, brown man, right? When you look up a ruddy duck or a ruddy cow, it's never a red cow or a white cow, right? It's a brown cow or a brown duck. You feel what I'm saying? So, Strong's, which we're going to get into, I'm going to show you guys in a little bit. Strong's is the main reason why you guys are getting this confused, because you seem to think that when you read the Strong's, it tells you redness, right? And you think that means it's talking about the actual color of his skin. Well, newsflash for you. Edomites aren't actually red, right? They look red because you can see the skin or the blood basically flowing through their veins, right? It's a play on words when we call them red. That's not their real skin complexion, right?
Right.
They're a pale color. They're wasted away, which is the original definition of his name. Strong's also doesn't give you that anymore, right? They used to, but they don't anymore. Now you got to go to like Urban Dictionary and put the two words Ayash. I think it's Ayasha or I'll get the word in a minute. But the original root word for Esau, right where it comes from, the wasted away part. And then we had Edom, right, which basically uses the word Admoni to be red. Okay, so this is where we get the confusion, because Admoni is the same word used here in this verse, 1 Samuel, right, to describe David. What we're going to realize, though, is it's two different descriptions, and the meaning isn't the same simply because of who we're talking about, right? And I'll explain what that means a little bit later. So read the context for me, now that we got that out the way, just so you understand the context and the reason why we're doing the lesson. We should be able to run smooth now. And shalom to everybody coming into the building.
God.
Good to actually see y'all in the chat.
God. Right.
This is the stop skipping class, man. It's here for a reason.
Right.
But go ahead, read that.
This is the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 16 and verse 11. And Samuel said unto Jesse, Are here all thy children? And he said, There remaineth yet the youngest, and behold, he keepeth the sheep. And Samuel said unto Jesse, Send and fetch him, for we will not sit down till he come hither. And he
go ahead, keep going. My bad.
And he sent and brought him in. Now he was ruddy, and withal of a beautiful countenance, and goodly to look to.
All right, so look, the ruddy here is talking about beautiful countenance and goodly to look at, right? But we're going to explain how that's possible, because again, people see the Admoni and think it must be saying he's red and he's handsome or something like that. He's red of a beautiful countenance. Well, when have we ever seen a white person and been like, yo, your countenance is lovely, right? That's not really what it means. When you see a fresh red, bloodshot red white person, you typically get scared or something, or you think, damn, he must be really hot, right? Because in their, I'll say most attractive state, it's not when they look like a damn, pack of Big Red. You feel what I'm saying? That's not what it is. So this isn't what that's talking about, right? I'll explain. This gonna be kind of funny to people that saw the fight this weekend, but put a 7 in the chat if you saw the Frank Martin and Gervonta Davis fight this weekend, right? Man. And y'all know how much me personally, I'm a Frank Martin fan. I didn't mean to move the screen again. I was trying to take myself off the screen. But yeah, I'm a Frank Martin fan. I was going for Frank. Frank got knocked out by a little ass Tank. It is what it is, though. You know. But there's a picture I want to show you guys because it references what we're talking about here, right? Most of y'all, unless you like big time boxing fans, you didn't see what the situation was with the weight draining of Frank Martin, you know, the day before the fight. But Frank didn't look like himself, right? He looked like somebody from the Thriller music video, right? If you could kind of see the pictures that's online right here, right? Like this one in particular. This is not Photoshop. That's actually what he looked like when he was giving the interview, right? So he's not himself. There's no fleshly, lively look here, right? But when you look at the picture next to it, this is what he actually looks like, right? He's brown, but you can see that he has blood flowing through his veins, right? He's lively, fleshly, right? Here, not so much. He's drained. You could tell he doesn't really look like he has any fluid in his body. This is what a
dehydrated,
a drained mummy looks like, damn near, right?
Right.
This is what you look like as a person that's being put in a sarcophagus. So that's what Frank looked like, right? So you see the two different Frank Martins here, right? One is lively, one's fleshly. You can see the blood, you know, he looks like a full person. He's himself, right? He's blown up. Here, not so much, right? So that's what the scripture is in reference to when it comes to his fleshly look and everything like that, right? Which we'll get into in a minute. But I wanted to give you guys like a physical, something you could actually look at, right? So a physical example. So right now, what I'm gonna do, we're gonna go into these. Why Kasaya put the sleeping joint? Yeah. Don't do me like. Yeah, he did. He fell asleep on the ropes a couple times, and the last time he went to sleep on the ropes, he actually went to sleep on the ropes, which was messed up. You know, he's from he's from Detroit, right? Kasaya did me dirty. He just put the net. Hey man, don't do that, Judah.
Right, he is from Detroit. That's right.
Sit your ass down, Judah. Be quiet. So yeah, what we're gonna do now, though, we're gonna get into this comparison with the different translations or transliterations of the Bible, right? We know we don't use the NIV version much, but I want to give you guys, NIV, they literally copied different versions of the Bible, right? That's what it is. It's like a comprised copy version. They just copy different parts of the Bible or different translations of the Bibles that basically fit whatever doctrine that they want to, all the different denominations that use the NIV version to be able to live by. So, but in this version in particular, they don't really need to put anything fake in anything in the Old Testament, right? Because the people that predominantly use the NIV don't read the Old Testament. Would you agree? Right? So that being the case, they don't have to lie about anything. They wouldn't change anything. They put the exact definition based on what they could find in the Old Testament, because the people that are reading this book aren't reading it for the Old Testament. They're only reading it for the so-called New Testament, right? So the NIV reads, so he sent him and he had him brought in. He was glowing with health and had a fine appearance and handsome features, right? Nowhere does the NIV constitute that it's talking about his complexion, right? So that's the first thing to get at. Why is it, if this is talking solely about his complexion and trying to say he's a red guy or something like that, right? He was red and handsome, right? Red and fine, whatever you want to call it, whatever the translation says, right? If that's what it was meaning, why is it that the, copied version of the Bible doesn't reference his complexion at all? Instead, it's talking solely about his, appearance. how he looked, right? As far as a health standpoint, as basically what I showed you with Frank Martin, right? How he looked weight drained. He's not ready at all when he's doing his weight cut, right? But the day of the fight, a couple days before the fight, he's of ruddy countenance. Not to say he's red, but he's healthy and lively, right? And I'll give you guys the Oxford and the Cambridge definitions in a minute to show you that Strong's also did you a disservice by putting a quarter of the definition of what ruddy means in the Strong's dictionary of the Bible, right? They didn't give you the full definition to make it more difficult to find out what this verse is actually talking about and what it's referencing in reference to David. So now the New Living Translation. Let's see what this says. So Jesse, now the New Living Translation is important. This is the translation that basically gives you the living meanings of how things would be today, right? So for example, when we read Acts 13:1, the NLT tells us it's the black man, right? Because they no longer call us the Negro, right? They no longer use Niger or nigger as a word to describe us, right? It's a derogatory term now. What they use now is black, right? That's how we're described in America. That's how we're described all over the world. So when you read Acts 13:1 in the NLT, it doesn't read Niger or Negro. It reads the black man, right? So let's see what this is referencing in reference to David, since this would be talking about his complexion, right? It says, so Jesse sent for him. He was dark and handsome with beautiful eyes. And the Lord said, this is the one, anoint him. Right? So they went ahead and threw the dark in there just to let you know it's talking about a black guy, because that's what the New Living Translation does. It basically fortifies a lot of things, especially when it comes to the complexion of people in the Bible. Whenever there's a verse referring to somebody's complexion, I implore you to go to the NLT because it may give you exactly what they might be called or considered today, in today's time, for the living words and the living, meanings of the people that is trying to describe biblically, right? Now, the English Standard Version is a version that's right off the cusp of the King James Version. This is literally the copied right from King James Version, is what I like to call it, right? It says, but they also copied their version for some other things too. So it says, he sent and brought him in. Now he was ruddy and had beautiful eyes and was handsome, right? So this is not too much different from the King James, as I said. Same thing with the Berean. Let's go to the New King James. It says, and he sent and brought him in. Now he was ruddy with bright eyes and good looking, right? New American. This one is the one made for the Edomites, the NASB, right? Says, now he sent word and brought him in. Now he was reddish with beautiful eyes and handsome appearance, right? But we'll also get into what this means because, well, there's brown people that could be ruddy in complexion as well, which I don't know why people don't look that up, but we're going to get into that in a second. So all of these, let's go to amplified version. Now he had a ruddy complexion with beautiful eyes and handsome appearance, right? Now I want to stop here for a second. Well, the Christian Standard. Let's read that one too, since it's on the screen. So Jesse sent for him. He had beautiful eyes and a healthy, handsome appearance. So the Christian Standard isn't talking about his complexion at all. Again, just referencing his healthy appearance, right? So which one is it? Are we talking about David's appearance? Or are we talking about David's complexion, right? Well, let's cut down each tree as we go. If you were to go into Google with the AI standards and algorithms that they have now and type in ruddy complexion, since the amplified version worded it that way, this is what will pop up. Complexion ruddy, right? Ruddy brown. So, and the reason I put ruddy brown is because we saw that the ones that were referencing his complexion, they put dark, right? There's also some that put brown, which I'll go to in a second, like the Great Bible. But as we read this and we go to ruddy complexion, look at what pops up. Y'all remember when we talked about the icons and stuff like that? How about you type in ruddy complexion on Google and the actual icon of King David pops up? And he doesn't look white to me. Can you see that, Knock? You on mute. Cool. All right. Just for the record, wanted to get it on record. Somebody else could see it, not just me. So I know I ain't going crazy. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, this is ruddy complexion, right? So if you were to say somebody's ruddy in complexion, typically this is what it's going to be. Reddish, right? These white people that they're showing you, she's not ruddy in complexion. Her complexion is pale, right? She just has, well, flush red cheeks. Not even flush red, but they're red, right? This is ruddy in complexion. Why do I say this? Well, what does a ruddy duck look like, or a ruddy cow, right? That would be the complexion of the cow or the duck. Are they white? Or is it the same color as the icon we just saw of David? Right? Not to mention this brown that we see here is also very close to the color that me and Knock would be, right? So this is the complexion ruddy. It's not really for white people. The problem is, again, that you see the word red, and us Israelites describe people as red that are Edomites, right? There's a reason for that. But it's much deeper than just using the word ruddy, okay? And that's what I'm going to get into now. Well, I might as well show y'all the rest of this stuff before we get into Esau. So let's go ruddy. So this is the Cambridge University, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Cambridge University definition. So it says he was ruddy-cheeked, or, red is what it tells you, right? So Cambridge says red. And it says her face was ruddy and healthy looking. Now, again, when I told you ruddy, healthy looking, it's not talking about the color of their skin per se. It's talking about them being fleshly and lively, right? Anybody could be that, whether they're red, brown, yellow, whatever, right? If you don't look weight drained, like I showed you in the pictures of Frank Martin, if you don't look extremely dehydrated, right, then you could be considered ruddy and healthy looking. Does that make sense? Put a 7 in the chat if that makes sense. Put a 7 in the chat if it makes sense that ruddy and complex, or ruddy as far as health is concerned, isn't even talking about your complexion. It's talking about you looking lively or healthy, right? And for those of you that didn't see the picture that I was referencing, I'll pop that back up on the screen real quick, right? Frank Martin from Thriller, Frank Martin from Fight Night, right? Ready Frank Martin, unready Frank Martin, right? So that's a ready person versus an unready person with brown skin. Now we showed you ready complexion, right? It gave you picture of King David. We gave you ruddy cow, right? It's brown. We give you ruddy in complexion. Some brothers would say, King David looked like this. He was a light-skinned dude with red hair. That could be possible too, right? But I don't typically think that. Me personally, why do I say this? Because this isn't really what you would consider ruddy when we get into it. Ruddy in complexion. His complexion would be closer to the complexion of an Edomite, right? He's pale complexion, right? He's just got red undertones, like his hair. I got a brother named Aaron that's exactly that complexion. Got red hair and all that type of stuff. So, but I wouldn't say he's David's complexion. I would say David would probably be more this complexion. See the redness coming through the boy's skin, but he's brown, or even, this complexion right here, where they got the icon of David, right? You got Red Fox. You know what I'm saying? He's brown, but you can clearly see red undertones in the skin, right? So not these people. You got this, what's this girl name again? Damn, I don't know why I just went blank on her. Somebody put her name in the chat. We did a whole video on her.
Oh, wait a minute.
Spelling bee.
Man, I forgot the name too.
Damn, this man.
The one that Usher grabbed.
Yeah. Kiki.
Yeah, Kiki. There we go. Kiki Palmer.
Yeah. So Kiki is Ruddy Brown, right? At least in this picture, she is. So that's that. All right. Oh, Knock went and pulled up the picture of King David. Okay.
Oh, you didn't? I had pulled it up. You didn't see it?
Nah, I didn't even
It was,
see it.
it was on stage. I had it up
Oh,
there.
all praises. Yeah, I wasn't paying attention. All right, so also ruddy used to mean brown, right? Why would the King James Version put ruddy in there if they all thought it meant red boy or white man, right? Well,
Right.
there's Oxford dictionaries and stuff like that that explain this, right? And ironically, when you put it on Google, you ain't even got to look for it. This is from the Internet Archive in an article called "The Word Ruddy in the Bible." Ironically, from May 8th, 2017. It gives you definitions: ruddy, adjective, inclined to health, reddish color, often associated with outdoor life, ruddy complexion, which we showed you, it's brown, a fresh and sanguine complexion, right? Uh, Notice the definitions referring to ruddy as healthy, brownish, lively, and fresh in complexion, right? So, like I showed you, I guess that would be a very good way to describe the picture I showed you of Frank Martin, right? You got one where he's not fresh in complexion, and the other one where he is, right? Lively, you can see he's alive and all that type of stuff, right? Whereas if you've ever seen a dead body, once they begin to decompose, right? All the fluids flow to one side of the body, whichever one's closer to the ground due to gravity. It's called rigor mortis. Once the rest of the body goes through rigor mortis, you start to see how dry the body becomes, right? Which is exactly what you look like when you're weight drained. You kind of go through the same process when you're dehydrating your body for a weight cut, when you play sports like wrestling or boxing or MMA or something like that. So, yeah, it's like a severe dehydration that you're putting the body through. You wouldn't be considered ruddy or healthy or lively in that situation. When you've rehydrated, you can be considered healthy or lively, right? When you're black or brown, you're ruddy complexion, right? And it's brownish every single time, as we showed you with the duck or the cow that they consider ruddy, right? Or any animal in life, for that matter, that has the ruddiness of complexion. Because when they're talking about an animal, they're not referencing its livelihood or its health, right? They're only referencing its complexion or its color. But when we look at a ruddy animal, it's always Knox complexion, right? Or my complexion, which is also proof of what the word ruddy means, right? In reference to color. But we see, once again, when we're talking about this scripture in 1 Samuel, and Salakia for my delay in the StreamYard, but as we see that scripture in 1 Samuel, it's not even talking about his complexion. It's only referencing the liveliness, right, of his body, his countenance, so to speak, as it words itself, right? And how healthy he looked as a person. So that's that. As far as the color and complexion, right? Now Esau. In fact, let's get into the Blue Letter Bible part real quick. In fact, before I do that, let me show you this last one. And readiness. This is from the AV 1611, right? So readiness, the state of being ready, redness, or rather a lively flesh color, right? So it's explaining the redness is from a lively flesh color. This is the definition that Strong's has left out of the Strong's dictionary, right? This is the biblical definition that the King James 1611 Society used. So it says that degree of redness which characterizes high health, right? So this is proof here that King James, the scholars that he had translating this word, when they saw admoni, they weren't looking at it to mean, red as we refer to Esau, right? They were looking at it to mean red as we refer to lively in health, right? So, says that degree of redness which characterizes high health. Applied, which we saw with Red Fox, we saw with Kiki Palmer, we saw with Frank Martin, right? You see with Gervonta Davis, even light-skinned niggas have it, right? So that's what it looked like. Gervonta never looked weight drained because he's like 135 walking around. So he looked lively the whole time. If you see him before the fight and after the fight, his complexion was the same, and he's got red undertones the entire time, right? So he was also ruddy in complexion, ruddy in high health, right? Says applied chiefly to the complexion or color of human skin, right? As ruddiness of the cheeks or lips. This is the part that Strong's has added applied chiefly to the complexion of the color of human skin, which we see when applied chiefly to the complexion of human skin, it can't be talking about a white person, right? Because they only turn red when they get hot or when they're exposed to the sun. When they're not in that situation, they're wasted away, right?
That's right.
They're pale in comparison to the rest of the human society, right? Hence why they're not human, because they have no color, right? They're pale. Something that the Bible says. Give me Isaiah 29 and 22, I think it is. Something the Bible says specifically about the faces of Jacob. Right? Which people need to remember. Nadia said he couldn't see. What you couldn't see?
I think that was from a while back. I'm not sure.
Oh, hope y'all saw everything. Hope y'all seen it all. Yeah, just to pull this back up. You get ruddy in complexion, right? And you see all these brown people pop up, including King David himself. Right? Look at this. This is not what Esau looks like all day long.
No.
Right? This is more so what they look like all day long. And there's, well, besides, you could call her ruddy as in healthy or lively, but you couldn't call her ruddy in complexion in no way, shape, or form. Right? He looks like this because he's standing in the sun. If he was to go inside, he's not going to look like this anymore. The flesh will leave his body, the fleshly color, right? You about to say something now?
I was going to say, if they're looking that red, then they're not too healthy. They're pretty burned.
Yeah, exactly. So even Esau, right? When she's in her dehydrated state, she gets paler, right? Mm-hmm. When she's not in her dehydrated state, but not in the sun, she's like a lively pale, right? A glowing pale, if you will. Here she's like, you know, Smeagol. That's the best way I could describe it, you know, my precious. Yeah.
My precious.
So yeah, that's that, right? So hope y'all understand that. There's no actual way that you could call a so-called white person ruddy in complexion because they're not, well, ruddy in complexion. They're not brown, right? Now, why is it that Esau is considered red? That's the question everybody's asking now. Well, why did they add Moni, right? So let's go to Blue Letter Bible. All right. We at 1 Samuel 16 and 12. We got Ruddy, H132, add Moni, right? And I'm going to just show you this effed up definition just so y'all see it with your eyes before we move to Genesis 25:25, right? It says Esau, and it's telling you as an infant, right? Because what happens when you're infant? We tell you you turn red, right? Mm-hmm. In this instance, it's referencing a fleshly red color, though. So here, it is talking about the reddish as in flesh, right? That we read earlier from the previous definition. Here it tells you ammoni or fully reddish, right? Because this fully that they have here in parentheses is in reference to Esau as an infant, right? That's the one definition here, the biblical usage. So this one Strong's definition is based off this one outline of biblical usage. That's very important to point out, right? Not for every instance in the Bible. Strong's is only giving you the biblical definition based off of Esau in the Bible as an infant from Genesis 25 and 25. So you can't use the Blue Letter Bible to go to, 1 Samuel 16 and 12. It's not referencing that. The biblical definition it's going to give you is still going to point you right back to Esau as an infant, not David. Put a 7 in the chat if that makes sense. And we're going to get into leprosy in a second. That's a good precept. 1968. We're going to get into that. That's a good year too. My pops was born 1968. Mom born 69. Shout out to the old people. Yeah. But yeah, so we got, let me see. So Admoni. Yeah, okay. Not got a DOA in the neighborhood.
Oh, you can hear that? Goodness.
Oh yeah.
Like this little mic picks everything up.
Not got a DOA in the neighborhood. All right, so that's ready, right? Now we're gonna get Genesis, so I can show you guys the same thing. But before that, real quick, what I'm gonna do, Esau. I'll show you guys something real quick. When you look up Esau now in the Strong's definition, it only tells you the hairy, right? That's what it tells you it means. When you look up Esau, it tells you it means hairy. But the Hebrew word, right, Ishawa, or how would you pronounce this one? Let me see. Hold on just a second. Hold on. Ashish, right? So we have Isha or Asha or Ashayash, right? Which is the root word of that. So Aisha comes from Ashayash, right? Which is the root word, which is to be wasted away, right? When you look up the Hebrew characters, this would be what it looks like, right? This is Esau by itself. This is Ashayash, right? So this Ashayashia. So Esau is a root from this word. And if you scroll down, you can even see when they're giving you the pronunciations. You got Isau, right? Isau, Isaiah. So this is where Esau comes from, right? To be wasted away, or wasted away is he, as the elders taught us, right? So first thing you got to understand is the word Esau itself gives us a different spin when we talk about ruddy, because Esau, as we just saw, means wasted away, right? It comes from a root, which means to waste. When you think about wasted away in complexion, it's talking about his complexion, right? So if everybody's brown, and they said they called this man Esau, right? Because he was red all over like a hairy garment. They're explaining to you the red is there because he was wasted away. His skin complexion was gone, right? It was wasted. For example, if you were ever a child that used to play basketball or something like that, take your shirt off and leave it outside on accident, run home, the street light came on, you got to be back at the crib, go back to your homeboy house the next day or 2 days later because you couldn't go get it after school or whatever, your shirt is a different color. The color has wasted from the shirt because you left it out in the elements, right? If you leave that same shirt, say it's red, right? If you leave a red shirt outside for a week and a half, it rains, all that type of stuff, right? Mm-hmm. It gets to evaporate. It gets to go through the dew process like the grass and have the water evaporate off of it. It's going to lose color every single day. In a week and a half, that red shirt will look pink or white.
Yep.
Right?
That's right.
That's what it means to waste away when it talks about color or complexion. That is how they described Esau when he first came out the womb. That was the best way we had to describe it in Hebrew, right? Wasted away. Hence why they tell you the color was red, right? Jacob didn't come out with them describing him as red because his complexion wasn't wasted away, right? Miriam went through a version of this. Give me Numbers chapter 12 and verse 10. If you remember, Miriam was turned, leprous, like 1968 just brought out, right? Turned her pale. And he brings out let's read what he says. It says, leprosy, a flesh disorder that causes snow white, pale, reddish, pink skin with pus-filled boils that a certain race of people on earth are cursed with when exposed to sunlight, right? So yeah, they don't all get the pus-filled boils. That's a different type of disease that comes from them having pale skin, but it's definitely a result of such, right? So yeah, that skin cancer that they have and all that type of stuff, them being the highest number. In fact, I think right now Israel, right, has the highest number of skin cancer patients. You might see them also when you walk around. If you live in the South, the old white people that look kind of purple, they have skin cancer, right? It's dangerous for them to step out in the sun. They got the little liver spots and stuff like that. That's a form of skin cancer, right? So that's yeah, that's leprosy. But what we're gonna read here is uh Moses basically said something very distinctive about Miriam's situation when she was turned leprous. He asked for something or described something from the Most High. And the way he described it is the same way Esau was described at birth, right? When we get to verse 12. So read that. Numbers 12 and 10, and then jump to verse 12.
John, it's the book of Numbers, chapter 12 and verse 10. And it reads, "And the cloud departed from off the tabernacle, and behold, Miriam became leprous, white as snow. And Aaron looked upon Miriam, and behold, she was leprous."
So
Verse
Aaron
12.
looked upon Miriam. Miriam's leprous. Go ahead.
Verse 12. "Let her not be as one dead, of whom the flesh is half consumed when he cometh out of his mother's womb."
Who's that talking about?
John.
Let her not be as one dead, right? Because Esau came out pale, right? Not ruddy in complexion. He just came out red, right? How do you describe it again? Read that part again.
John.
Verse 12.
Verse 12. "Let her not be as one dead, of whom the flesh is half consumed when he cometh out of his mother's womb."
Yeah, the flesh is half consumed. And then he said, when he cometh out of his mother's womb. Let her not be as Esau is literally what he was saying. Understand? So look, if Esau is white, right? Or if leprosy is white and it tells you she was turned white as snow, and he just said, let her not be as Esau, that's telling you Esau got to be the people on earth that look white as snow, right? Now, if you're white as snow in complexion, how can you also be red in complexion? It wouldn't make sense, right? Esau was only considered red because he came out in the daytime and he was red. He wasn't brown like everybody else. They could literally see the blood showing through his flesh because his skin color was wasted away, right? And again, like I just said, that's described a different way through Miriam in Numbers chapter 12. So when we get to Esau being ruddy, you have to constitute and take into account the fact that he's already lost complexion. So his ruddiness, if we're talking about a complexion, right? His readiness naturally is going to look different than the readiness of everybody else, right? Hence why we get the name Edom. When he turned red, he actually turned red. Right. You understand? Just like at birth, as we see in the Strong's Dictionary definition. So I hope that all makes sense. I didn't want to make this a 2-hour lesson because I felt like people won't watch it. So that's actually all we got, guys. But I'm going to show you guys some more pictures and stuff like that just to prove it to you. Knox like, yes, I get to go to sleep early tonight. Hell yeah.
What? That means I got an extra hour of studying I can do.
Oh, yeah, that's good. You lying, but that's good. Good that you said that.
That's actually true.
He put it steady for an hour. He a better man than me because I'm finna go to sleep. I ain't even gonna lie to you. But yeah, so this Frank Martin, right? Ruddy in complexion. Let me see. What else I was gonna show you guys? Is that ain't even what I meant to click on. Let me see. Yeah, so we see the word Ashish, where Esau comes from. Admoni, we went over that. Complexion. I think I did show you guys everything, right? We went over this part too, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. So ruddy means brown, right? It's brown. So I don't ever want to hear you guys talk about ruddy being, ruddy being something that means white, right? Because it doesn't. Or ruddy means red. It doesn't. When you Google ruddy complexion, it's always gonna give you brown people, right? If you were just a goody, like Google ruddy complexion, it'll give you white people at first, but the white people never are red. They look white. If you look up ruddy brown complexion, right, which is what you get when you look up animals, it's always a ruddy brown, not a ruddy red, which, doesn't even make sense to play on word. So we have a ruddy brown, right, which is reddish brown. It literally means reddish brown. And you get an actual icon of the king in question himself, King David, right? And they called him the red bone king, right? For those of y'all that know what that word means, right? Some of y'all used to think a red bone used to be this looking chick. She kind of red bonish, or they would say a red bone was like Gervonta Davis color. Nah, that would be what they call a yellow bone, right? Red bones was reddish brown, right? Fawn type color. So if you're from the South, you know that. People from the North that used the word didn't use it right. And the West Coast and stuff, they messed it up for everybody, right? So that's ruddy brown in complexion. As we see, none of these white people here, especially her, look red, right? This sister has red undertones and a brown skin. Red undertones and a brown skin, right? This would just be lively, healthy. But she's the only one ruddy in complexion, right? So just to put that out there. It was just a misunderstanding. That's why y'all got confused. But Google, due to AI, no longer lies, right? They got a color palette for ruddy.
No.
And none of it looks like Esau. I mean, these, they got it at the top, but you see there's no red there.
Yeah.
That's just to play games with y'all. They got to put white and black in the color palette. The colors are in the middle. That's how it works. Okay? So, and yeah, I don't think this brother looked, me personally, I could be wrong, but I just never been the type to think King David looked like this dude right here. I've heard that argument before. You know what I'm saying? I've even heard people say Esau was this complexion. Right? That's not true. Esau looks like this, right? When this guy was born, he was wasted away and he was that complexion, right? He cannot look that red sometimes, though. He's clearly mad in this picture. You see his face? When he's not upset, he's going to look like his brother right here, right? So that's that on that. Any questions? Esau is red, but a different type of red than King David, right? Hope that's clear now. King David is ruddy brown, right? He's not red. Okay? I'm ruddy brown. See the red undertones in the skin? See knock? Red undertones in the skin? See the eyes? I'm playing. So yeah, that's that. Shalom, Zara. Shalom. All right, man. Y'all ain't got no questions. I'm gonna get ready for work.
God.
I gotta take a nap. That left uppercut, then oh man, he's still doing Kasaji. Damn, let it go, bruh. Goodness gracious.
Yeah, that left uppercut, that's
rematch. If they give Frank a rematch, I'm telling you, it's a reason why you ain't seen Pitbull get back in the ring with Tank. It's not because Pitbull don't want the rematch. It's because Tank don't want the rematch.
Tank don't want to fight Pitbull again.
Tank don't want to fight that little Mexican no more.
No.
That Aztec.
He said he don't want to fight him again.
Right? I personally think Pitbull won that fight, but that's a conversation for another time, right? Ryan Garcia was whooping his behind before he got knocked out. He was weight drained, and he probably ate a burrito before, you know what I'm saying, when he got hit in the stomach. He felt like he had to take a dump. He even said it. He felt like he had to take a dump. The feeling didn't go away. He didn't want to get up and have Brown in his shorts in front of everybody, national TV, everybody watching it. So he just took the knee, right? It happens. Frank, he got knocked the hell out, right? Like Smokey was standing over him as Tank was doing the backflip, and it was, it was messed up. But he gonna be all right. I think Frank's stock went up. He gonna get a belt. He gonna be good. That liver shot made him have to go to the bathroom, Judah. Stop doing that.
Say, get up, Frank.
Hey.
Y'all
dirty, bro. Y'all some messed up people. Don't do my brother like that. But yeah, man. Shout out to Frank Martin, man. Shout out to Javante, little Muslim behind too. One day we gonna get you, Javante. Right? Yeah, Allah gonna fail you one day, nigga.
Get him.
Okay. But I ain't got nothing else for y'all, man. Yeah, Javante Muslim now. That's the only reason I ain't going for him. When he was with us, I was cool with him, right? He got that last tattoo with the angel on his back, and then Coach Calvin started tripping on him, and now he a Muslim because Coach Calvin a Muslim. You know what I'm saying? Shame on you, Calvin.
That's
you
wild.
See, Derek James ain't making everybody Buddhist, right?
Derek James is a terrible trainer.
He's a terrible trainer, but it's because he's a Buddhist. He's non-confrontational, which don't make no damn sense. How you a boxing trainer and prefer to, woosah when you about to get into a fight? It don't make no sense. But nevertheless, just like Deontay Wilder need a new trainer, some other people might need one too. It is what it is. It's boxing.
God. All right.
But yeah. That's the class. Hope y'all enjoyed it. We finished with the boxing talk. We could start a channel and talk about that another time.
God. All praises. Hope everyone got something from that. Just to let you know, I should have said this earlier. We here at Anointed House of Saints, we are a Bible school. So even though Captain didn't bring out that many precepts, it's always good to go over some of the information that he brought out. The Bible Hub, Blue Letter Bible, put those all in your toolbox to utilize and use, be able to explain what ruddy actually means.
That's why I didn't go over many precepts, because I wanted y'all to be able to explain what ruddy actually means. If I'd have gave you 15 million precepts to show, because for one, right? When have we ever seen somebody in the Bible look completely different than their daddy? It tells you what Solomon looks like. It gives you two descriptions of Hamashiach Yahawashah. How are they both black and brown? Blackity black, black and brown. But the David, the daddy, the son of Jesse, he red. White red.
Or white.
It don't make no sense. Right? So obviously that was talking about something different. And like I showed you, when you go on Google and type in ruddy brown complexion, they give you a picture of King David as a brown man from the Russian icons. So I yield with that. You didn't need precepts. You needed the facts. But you still got precepts. I gave you Isaiah 29:22, right? It don't get no more precept than that. The faces of Jacob shall not wax pale. So David can't be a white guy. Right? My bad, Knock. I just wanted to say that. Go ahead.
No, that was perfect. Because all I have now is I just want to give up the shout outs to those who came in class after class started. So let me go ahead and run down the list real quick. I apologize if I mispronunciate some of these names, because we out here trying to change our names and they're a little hard to pronounce sometimes. That's all. So let me give a shout out to Sister Monica Mathusia or something like. I apologize. Sister Josephina, Sister Ahavia, Sister Nicole Israel, all shalom. To the mighty soldier Antonio, shalom. To the mighty Captain Judah, North Carolina, shalom to you, Cap. Shalom to the mighty soldier Yaquab in North Carolina, shalom. Shalom to the mighty officer Shemaiah. Shalom to brother Jeremiah, and shalom to Sister Zara. Shalom to Sayar. All right. And let me see if there's anyone else. I don't see anyone else. Okay, I don't see anyone else. So shalom, everyone that came. Just remember, every week we have classes pretty much throughout the week. We have our Milk Mondays. Tuesday we don't have a class, but Wednesday we have our Walla Wednesday with Captain Yahawada. Thursday we have our Torah portion with Captain Yonatan. Friday is our Bible and prayer call and short Bible study, and then the Sabbath day we have with Captain Aharon. But let me tell you this: tomorrow night. I believe tomorrow night. If I'm incorrect, if it's not tomorrow night, it will be Thursday night during Captain Jonathan's Torah portion. But there will be a live debate.
Should be tomorrow night.
Is it tomorrow night? Okay.
It should be tomorrow night.
So tomorrow night. So normally we don't have anything on Tuesdays, but we have a special debate session tomorrow. Captain Jonathan, I don't know the other brother's name, who is also in the debate, but we will be involved tomorrow. Come and support. Come and be edified in the debate. Come and support the brothers.
It'll be good. I'll be on.
I'll be there.
Very good debate. To be about what's the topic? Is it salvation?
Who's salvation and who is it for? Something like that. I believe it's something like that. Yep. So that's going to be a good topic. It's always a good topic to debate about, even though we know what the truth is, right?
Yeah. So, we might have one coming up with Shaquat too. So y'all stay tuned for that. He's working on something in the background. With the man that thinks he might look like King David, but we just picked that lesson, so might not hopefully fix that situation. But yeah,
and just to bring back up again, any brothers who wanted to put their brick in with Anointed House of Saints, you can do so by sending us an email at anointedhos@gmail.com. That's anointedhos@gmail.com. Please, in the subject line, put prospect phase so that we know that you're interested in participating in our next prospect phase, and we can get that information to you as to when that will begin. Also, on August 29th, right, coming up, a few months down the way, right, we have the 21st semi-annual Hebrew Summit. This is with Mashara Yasharala, and it is yours truly, Anointed House of Saints, will be hosting this event, this 4-day event, right? Thursday, August 29th in Greensboro, North Carolina is when it begins. Thursday will be the meet and greet. Friday night, August 30th is the Friday night camp. Saturday is the summit. And Sunday, to end everything, we will be having a cookout. If you are able to attend, it will be in Greensboro, North Carolina. You can purchase tickets. You have to purchase tickets for the event. Please go to Eventbrite to purchase your tickets. If you need any more information, please contact anointedhouseofsaints.org or masharayasharala.com. Anyone who is wanting to sell any of their goods and services or products or have their own small business they want to vend, you can do so by contacting Elder Zaquan. His number is 984-365-6637. We're hoping to see everyone who can attend be out there. We'll have a wonderful time. It's a great honor to be able to host this event. This is our first time doing this with the Anointed House of Saints. Looking forward to it. And we're looking forward to see anyone that can attend. Hoping to be out there, Greensboro, North Carolina, August 29th through September 1st. Be there, right? Okay. So with that, I guess let me go ahead and get Daniel real quick. We can go ahead and turn it off. Right? Is that what we doing? Cutting it off early tonight?
Yeah, man.
Captain said he wants to do a short class. No, this is actually
I'm gonna hang out for 3 hours. So,
but this is something. What's that, Cap?
I said next week I might hang out for 3 hours, so I gotta get y'all a break sometime.
There you go. That's right. So let me go ahead and get that. Daniel, this is Daniel chapter 7 in verse 18. And it reads, as soon as I can get it, pull it up here. All right. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever. By Hashem, Mashiach, Yahushai. I want to give all praise and honor to Yahweh, by Hashem, Mashiach, Yahushai. I want to thank you for coming and being in class with us. Hope to see you tomorrow, Tuesday. I believe the debate. Oh, we didn't give the time for the debate, did we? The debate is on YouTube right now. I believe the debate, maybe if Captain or one of the captains can post in the chat the time of the debate for tomorrow.
Hold on, I'll be right back. I think it's 8.
Okay, I just seen World Without End. It's at 8:30. 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, I would assume. If you're able to be on YouTube, I'm not sure if it's going to broadcast on Facebook, but it will be on YouTube. Please attend, all right? Okay, so with that, I am Officer Knock, and I'm signing off for Captain Alya'Al. Until next time, Yasha Allah, Shalom to you, Shalom, Shalom. Until next time.
Shalom.
This is not a test.
Black skin, black sauce, black Jesus, black music, black skin, black sauce, black Jesus, black music, black skin, black sauce, black Jesus, black music, black skin.